Good afternoon to everyone. It's a pleasure for us to be here today in order to explain you what's Infibe and what we're going to do for the next years. After my presentation, we'll have a roundtable with 3 startups from the last edition of Cybersecurity Ventures. Okay, we have here the presentation. Just 1 second.
The camera needs you more in the center.
Yes. What's Infibe? Which is our experience in cybersecurity entrepreneurship and what we are going to do for the next years. Well, Infibe is the Spanish National Cybersecurity Institute. We operate under the Ministry of Economic Affairs and Digital Transformation, and we are the entity of reference for the development of cybersecurity in minors and citizens. We have our operations center in León, and we have also offices in Madrid. How we do it? Infibe has a strategic plan for the next years. This plan is aligned with the Spanish National Strategic Security Framework, and also is aligned with the Spanish Digital 2025 agenda. We have 3 important goals for the next years. The first one is strengthening the cybersecurity capabilities between minors and private companies. The second one is boosting the cybersecurity ecosystem here in Spain. And the third one is promoting Spain as an international node of cybersecurity. How are we going to do it? With European money. We are going to get next generation funds for the next years. Sorry, I didn't move the slides. We are going to get funding generations for the next years through the 15 component of the Spanish Recovery, Transformation and Resilient Plan. We are going to get 564 million euros for the next years until 2026. I would like to highlight, before I talk about our programs, I would like to highlight the importance of entrepreneurship and cybersecurity, but also the importance of cybersecurity and entrepreneurship. Do you know that 60% of the small and medium enterprises that suffer a cyber attack has to close down in less than 6 months? That means that entrepreneurs should consider cybersecurity from the beginning of their projects. Infibe has a holistic approach of the entrepreneurial process. We give support to entrepreneurs, cyber entrepreneurs, throughout all their process, from the beginning, from the idea, with our program Infibe Inspira, through the incubation of the idea, with our program Infibe Emprende, and into the acceleration with our program Cybersecurity Ventures. We've been pioneers here in Spain in accelerating cybersecurity startups. In 2015, we had our first edition, the pilot edition, and so far we have celebrated 4 editions of Cybersecurity Ventures, 2 editions of Cyber Emprende, and also Inspirational Days. All of those editions have been celebrated in León, because as I said at the beginning, we have our operational center in León. All the editions were celebrated in León, and we have participants from all over the country, the Spanish country. 14 autonomous communities were represented in our programs. As a result of all of that, we have built a strong community with important successful cases. From the pilot edition of Cybersecurity Ventures, we have 2 relevant cases, Aerorisk and Countercraft, who have raised so far an important amount of money and who have penetrated in the USA market. Also, today, we have 3 startups of the last edition of Cybersecurity Ventures. We have Cygnus, FraudScore, and ENSEC. After my presentation, we'll have a roundtable with them, and they will tell us their experience in the program. So results so far, we have accelerated 35 startups. We have incubated so far 57 projects, and we have given in cash prizes more than 1 million euros. The average grade of our programs have been very good. In the last edition of Cybersecurity Ventures, we got an 8.7 out of 10. We also have detected a gender gap. 25% of our participants are females, and 33% of our winners are females. So we have got a successful model with cash prizes, with aid in kind. We give mentoring adapted to the state of the maturity of the startup. We give training, and we also do networking with all the ecosystem, investors, corporates, institutions. The thing, we are verticalized just security, cybersecurity projects. And we have the most important thing, we have no equity. And we, as I said before, have built a strong community. So where are we going? Which are our next steps? Our successful model is our program, Infibe Emprende. We cover, as we said before, all the entrepreneurial process, from the ideation through the incubation to the acceleration. We are going to have 191 million euros from Europe to spend the next years until 2026. So we are going to replicate our successful model in each one of the 17 countries here in Spain. In all of them, we are going to do calls each year until June 2026. And we are going to celebrate editions in each one at the same time, in each one of the autonomous communities at the same time. There are a lot of editions at the same time. So that's the project for the next years. We try to break the region gap and also the gender gap. We try to build a strong ecosystem, to boost the ecosystem. Which are the difference between the incubation program Cyberemprende and the acceleration program Cybersecurity Ventures? Well, in the incubation program, we incubate an idea, a project. We are focused on individuals or teams of persons, no more than 4 persons for team. And we validate the business model, and also we try to get an MVP. The incubation will last no more than 3 months, and we'll have cash prizes and aid in kind, and up to 10 projects in each edition. We give training, 45 hours. We give mentoring, 25 hours. We give also advice, legal advice, accounting advice, and so on. And we have at Emote, the 3 best projects will get cash prizes. And what about the acceleration program? Well, in the acceleration program, we are focused on startups, young or new startups, no older than 5 years old. That's important. And they should be resident here in Spain. They should be located in Spain with registered offices. That doesn't mean that foreign capital come here, but should create a startup here in Spain in order to participate in the programs. Up to 10 startups will be accelerating in each edition, and each edition will last no more than 4 months. We'll give important cash prizes. The next logical step after acceleration would be the internationalization. We have a collaboration with IFEX here in Spain, and as a result of that, we do 3 activities. We go to international events. This week we are in RSA San Francisco with 14 Spanish companies. 4 of those 14 Spanish companies are for the last edition of Cybersecurity 10 years. Also, we do direct trade missions and reverse trade missions. We bring foreigner buyers here to Spain in the International Business Forum in León in October to buy Spanish solutions. We wouldn't like to finish this presentation without inviting you to the next events we have this year in León. The 4th of July, we celebrate the journey of early demand map of our public procurement innovation. And you shouldn't miss up also the international meeting on information security that will take place in León from 19 to 20 of October. All the ecosystem will be there. Investors, corporates, startups, international buyers. So we love you, all of you, to be there and to know this event that takes place each year in León on October. So thank you very much for your time.